Day 8 of this 10-day lead guitar challenge is all focused on the hammer-on technique with the fretting hand, and the song that we're looking at is Joker and the Thief by Wolfmother. Now this riff can seem pretty daunting at the start, but this is such a fundamental and simple technique when you get it. There is absolutely a knack to it, and I'm going to talk you through that knack now. Just learn it slowly and speed it up gradually over time. And you'll be amazed at the lead lines and riffs this enables you to play when you get this technique down. So we're going to be picking the middle two strings, string 4 and string 3, and the picking hand doesn't do any more than this. That's all it's going to do. It's going to pick string 4 and then string 3. The fretting hand does all the work, and it does literally a hammer-on technique where we pick string 4 and you can hammer on with your fingers to actually get the sound of a note. That is made easier by having plenty of overdrive, aka gain, on your amplifier. To give us the sustain that we talked about earlier in this series, which enables the notes to ring out much easier, and your fingers don't have to do as much work. But we can still do hammer-ons with a very clean guitar sound, and it's good to have just a little bit of overdrive on when you're first getting used to this, to stop it being too noisy. So I'd like you to pick string 4, and before we do that we're going to have our fingers and hand ready as if we're playing A minor pentatonic position 1. As if we're doing this kind of thing. Okay? And we're going to be ready to hammer on the first finger at fret 5 on string 4, and then fret 7 with the third finger. First finger and third finger, they're the strongest fingers of this chord playing hand when we're looking at guitar stuff, because they've been playing this minor pentatonic scale perhaps for quite a while now. So, ready, we'll pick string 4, hammer on the first finger, hammer down the third finger. That's the goal. Now as a warm-up, many people need to warm up each finger individually and get used to each finger individually. So pick the open string, hammer on the first finger. Make sure we've got that first. We can't do anything without that. First finger hammer on. Then do the same thing with the third finger at the 7th fret. Pick, hammer it down. When we hammer it down, good positioning is still everything. We want to be this side of the fret, not this side of the fret. And we want to make contact with the string at the same point of your finger as you would if you were playing a chord or playing a single note. It wants to be just on the tip like this, fingers curled over like a claw hand. That's how we play these sorts of things. Individually, hammer, and then open, first finger, third finger. This is so strange if you've never done it before, but you really can get some real speed quite quickly as soon as you start trying this. And that is the first half of the riff. The second half of the riff is the same thing but a string down. So we pick string 3. We hammer on, fret 5, and then fret 7. Together. And it is crucial that we get everything ringing out and those notes really clear at that slower tempo first, around 50% speed. Because unless we can check the strings are ringing out, this is not going to sound good. It's not going to sound like... We want the hammer-on notes to sound the same loudness, exactly the same loudness, as the open string picked note. Pick, hammer. We want it to sound as close as possible. Now, once we get this flowing and once we start to build that speed, we can relax more and it won't feel like you're hitting it down as hard as you go faster. But to start off with, we do need a solid... We need to make sure it's ringing out and make sure those hammer-ons are solid. Same on string 3. And when we do one, then the other. We need them even. When you practice this the first few times, you're going to have a space between them. You're going to have a space. And then you're going to have a space. Work past that as quickly as possible and just keep them all even. As you speed up, always keeping everything even. No pauses. So join in with me nice and slow, and then as soon as it's working for you, you can pause this video and try and speed up just gradually and then slow back down again. It's a really crucial thing to try and build that speed. Just go up and go back down, focusing on keeping all the notes evenly spaced. No pauses. So join in with me now. We're going to pick the open string 4 first. Ready? 2, 3, 4. That was 4 times through in a cycle. You keep that going as much as you need to try and raise that BPM just gradually and then slow it back down as well, so you're always in control. Now, what I also did in the intro was basically do a loop of that using the looper pedal and then played the power chords, D5 and then a C5. As an example, doing this nice and slow, I'm going to be ready and I will click the looper pedal at the same time as I play this riff. 3, 4. And then play the power chords. And that is our song for day 8 of this 10-day guitar challenge. Join me for day 9, where we're going to be delving into the world of effects, and we're going to be using the Boss Katana to do that, but the effects that we're going to be using are really available on most modeling amplifiers and are very easily available elsewhere as well. So I'll talk you through that tomorrow. All the best with your hammer-on technique, and I will see you tomorrow.